All the weeks Miko's Impossible. Miko's, my name is Tam316. Welcome back to another episode of Reading Your Comments, episode 220. It is Sunday, or maybe Saturday if you're watching this a day or day on Patreon. For those that know, the Patrons have the options to watch these, as well as the reaction videos up to a day early, sometimes more. And you get your name in the video description down below as well. Regardless of what day you're watching this on, though, let's go ahead and read some comments. Yeah, both Robert Webb and Olivia Colman were not okay with appearing nude in that film. Here's a quote from the wiki about the film. Interview with The Guardian, Colman described the film as a flaming turkey, horrible, and the worst experience of my life. She relays how she felt betrayed by the filmmakers who had misled her about how much of her body would be seen in the final edit, and has since found it hard to trust people, saying, "I now know that there are some people who are just bad." Colman and Webb started legal proceedings against filmmakers, but these were eventually abandoned when the actors concluded that it was too late and lengthy process would prevent them from pretending it didn't happen. Yeah, that's fair enough, honestly, but I'm sure the money they would have gotten would have been nice, but yeah, probably not worth it. That is fucked up, though. Would you consider continuing League of Gentlemen? Well, let's see your reaction as the show gets a lot darker. I don't know. If I'm being perfectly honest, the first reaction I did to it was more just to shut people up than anything. If I'm being perfectly honest, like that's kind of why I did it in the first place. My reluctance to continue it is I know that there's a blackface character that's like a major character that enters the show, but to my remembrance, I don't think he enters until the second series, so maybe I could complete the first series. Any chance more Only Fools and Horses? In June, 100%. Great reaction, this will be pointed out by loads of people, but the pregnant girl in Still Game is Katie Dickey. She was in Game of Thrones, Prometheus, and The Witch. I think I remember her from Prometheus. I think she was in a Star Wars movie, too. You mentioned that Selena Griffiths was in Benidorm. As you couldn't tell when she talks, she is the daughter of Annette Crosby, who played Margaret in One Foot in the Grave. That's another show I need to go back to. I did it once a very long time ago. It was back when I was still doing Father Ted regularly. That's another candidate for full series as well. Like, you know, and instead of just doing it by episode. I think that show had, what, like 8 series? So, yeah, definitely another candidate for that. I love the fact The Life of Brian is now considered one of the best films of all time. It's IMDb at top 250 films. Yeah, I mean, it's considered one of the most influential comedies as well. I mean, like I said, those old people were just wrong, and they're dead now, so it doesn't matter. Michael Palin later revealed that the reason why Muggeridge and the Bishop got it so wrong about them lampooning Jesus was because they missed the opening scenes and made it clear that Brian isn't Jesus because they were still in the bar. Good God. Like, so they went out there, had a whole debate off false pretenses from a part of a movie that they didn't even see. Good Lord, like that's... What do you even say about that? Muggeridge was partially known for a documentary he made about Mother Teresa. When the film was developed, after one interview he had of her at her hospital, he was astonished to see the dark surroundings and be well lit by what he proclaimed to be miraculous holy light, and what his camera considered to be miraculous new ultralight sensitive Kodak film stock he used. Kinda all you need to know about Malcolm Muggeridge. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot I could say about Mother Teresa as well, in the living conditions she put some people in. You know, she did a lot of good, but I would disagree with the notion that she was a saint. The episode of Have I Got News For You I'd like you to see is Angus Deaton's last episode because it's really something. You can see how angry Ian and Paul are with him, making it clear that they don't want him hosting anymore. You know what's the interesting thing about the Angus Deaton thing is, I understand he fucked up with the whole, you know, cheating on his wife publicly thing. That's pretty fucked up, and I understand why, you know, Paul was angry, because I remember hearing that he was good friends with Angus's wife. But isn't it interesting that, like, just for that, I'm not saying that's not bad, but just for that, it's gotten him essentially banned from the BBC. I just find that interesting, considering some of the other people the BBC have employed. Where's all your hair gone, my friend? At this point, it's probably in a trash bag in a waste dump. Greg Davies had another special called You Magnificent Beast. That is a good one. Yeah, I believe that was his third and final special. And don't be surprised if I bump that up, considering the one I just watched, because I imagine it's hilarious. Alright, let's go into it for a shorter edition of Reading Your Comments this week. The comments of this video were pulled from Reading Your Comments 219 last week, American Rex Still Game 33 and 34, Smoking Room 2, Friday Night, Saturday Morning, Have I Got News For You 9, and Greg Davies, The Back of My Mom's Head. If you want a chance to get your comment read in next week's episode of Reading Your Comments, the videos commented on are as follows. This video, the reaction video that came out yesterday, which is Family Fortunes 2, the reaction video that comes out tomorrow, which will probably be out on Partridge, and the reaction videos that come out Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Those those videos to comment on. If you want a chance to get your comment read in next week's episode of Reading Your Comments. But that is it for me today. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, be sure to leave a like. If you didn't like it, don't. If you want to follow any of my social media links, my Twitch, where I stream every single day, my second channel, Free Views, my Twitter. If you want to follow me on my Patreon, if you want to support me or my daily motion, all things in the video description down below, as well as the Twitch Files channel, the community Reddit. Thank you to all my patrons also for supporting me and my channel. For those that know, you be Patreon reviews low as $1 or £1. You'd access direct videos, as well as Reading Comments up to date early, sometimes more. With all that being said, though, my name is Teresa. It's been episode 220 of Reading Your Comments. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.